Hi guys, this is Bill from Spencer1984.com with part 5 of building Revell's 69 Charger, the body assembly. And officially what you'll need for this step is the body itself, the chassis, which is the last piece on this parts tree here, and the glass. So that's what you officially need, but we're going to be mixing things up a little bit here. And first, actually going to also include the exhaust headers that we did not put on in step 1. And we're going to be using the exhaust pipes, which aren't supposed to be going on until a little bit later. So rather than following the instructions, we're going to be working on just the chassis for right now, and I'm going to get this cleaned up, painted, and I will be right back. All right, so here we've got the chassis. It's all painted and detailed. I went with just a very basic black undercoating here. Did the brake and fuel lines, kind of the same method that I used before. If you want to get a little bit fancier, a little closer to factory stock, you'd want something that looks more like this. You can see I've got the body color fading to primer in the middle of the car. You want this cross member black. Contrary to what you've seen elsewhere, the front and rear subframes here are actually supposed to be body chassis color. So that's that. But back to this one. So after I got it all painted, I glued the exhaust pipes in. They're just glued back here. And that way the front end has some flexibility so that we can get the headers in place. And those have got painted with a combination of silver and some Citadel Typhus Corrosion, my favorite paint for rusty headers. I've got some tacky glue here because we want a little bit of flexibility as we're installing these. What you want to do is you want to hit the 3 ports here where it connects to the engine, just like that. And then you want to take it and you want to feed it between the frame and the engine and just kind of line it up with the heads here. There you go. Line it up just like that. And now I'm going to take a bit more of your glue and you want to apply that to the end of the exhaust pipe and the end of the header here. And this is why you want to use flexible glue like PVA, tacky glue. If you're really bold, you can use epoxy, but you're going to need to do a little bit of work here to get things lined up. But once they are, and you can see why earlier I said that you can't trust that everything will line up if you glue these to the engine first. But it takes a little bit of doing here. But yeah, you can see. Let's straighten this out a little bit more. All right, so there you go. You can see that we've got it pretty well lined up now to the head and the pipe. So I'm going to get the other one on, and I'll be right back. And here is the finished appearance for the exhaust pipes. You can see the headers are lined up to the heads. It's nice and straight on both sides, nice and parallel to the block, and line up nicely with the exhaust pipes. There is still a seam there, as you can see. So if you want to get a little bit fancier, you can do like I did here, where I put a little extra filler on it, painted them once they were glued together, and then added a little bit of rust fade to them so that the parts all blended together nicely. But that's just a little extra step that you can do if you want to. As it is though, everything here fits together nicely, although it does require a little bit of extra patience to get everything lined up. But there we go. So, like I said, I'm going to be mixing things up a little bit, so I'm not going to be doing the body in this step. I'm going to be doing it in the next, where we'll also be installing the radiator and core. So check back next week for that, and thanks for watching.